Hello, Rick Chitwood here. I wanted to do a short video here to help you get started. You've signed up. Now, what do you do first? What do you do second? How do you get this business going? So let me share my experience. My wife and I have done this full time now for over 29 years. We've worked our way to the top of 4 different companies. So we have learned a lot along the way, and I want to share with you what they learned. We've not got the only way of doing it, but we've got a system that has worked out well for us, and it has duplicated very well to many other people over the years. So you want to get started? Well, you can get started today. The minute you sign up, you can get started. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know the requirements for becoming a pearl or a diamond. None of that's going to help you today to build your business. You've got to get started today, and I'm going to try to show you exactly how to do that, step by step, how to get started. All you need is to have a 60-point auto ship and sign up 2 people to become an executive, and now you're eligible for earning commissions. That's all you need to know. I got to go out and I got to sign up 2 people. That's where we're going to start here. And I've always said that it's best to know very little, because the more you know, the more you want to share, and the more you share, the more people are going to say, well, he really knows this stuff. Well, I don't think I could ever learn all that stuff. I don't think I could be a distributor. So you want to show them how simple it is and how it's duplicatable and how anyone can do it. Well, after you sign up, in about a week, you should receive in the mail your starter kit. This is what you paid $49.95 for. It's got some really valuable information into it, if I can get it open here. And it has in it, you have a J drive or a thumb drive or whatever it's called. It goes into your USB port. It's got some good information on it. You also have in here, you have a hello, and it's a welcome to the family. And then we start here, and then it tells you how to get started there. Then there's a little booklet here that tells you about the company and information really good information about the company and what countries are they in. And then you've got a booklet here that talks about the products. You know, it goes over all the products and goes into detail and gives all this information that you want to learn someday about the products. Then you got a book on the opportunity. Once again, it shows about the compensation plan and how you become a diamond and all those other things. Then we've got a game plan, kind of help you. Here's a way to build a business. Then you also have some Try Me. These are samples, a 7-day sample of the Luminous Serum. Now you also have a flip chart in here, and this is great. It's a great tool. You just flip it over and talks about everything you need to know about the company. And then on the back side is your script. So you're holding this and facing across from somebody. They are seeing the pictures. You are looking at the back side and reading the script, so you know exactly what to say about the picture that you're viewing. And so that's a great tool there. And all of that is in your kit. Now here's what I want you to do. As soon as you receive this kit, I want you to take the box and find a place to store it for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Don't even open it. Don't even have to open it. Just go put it away somewhere. That's what I want you to do first. Now we're going to start building our business now. You don't need to know all this stuff to start building your business. It's great information, but it's information you don't need to start today. And it's also, if you do, like I said before, if you learn all this information that's in here, you're going to be wanting to share it with people and scaring them away when they ought to be following the 3-step system that I'm going to talk about. But we have, first thing you want to do is you need to make a list of everyone that you know, everyone that you've come in contact with. And this, you want this list to be about 1,000 names long. Yes, you do know 1,000 people, and let me show you how you know it. First thing you want to do is sit down and start writing down all the people that you can think of. Just write down everybody that you can think of. Then it's time for some memory jogging. Now, on the TTO group files and also on the Team 212 group files, which is the group that my people are in, my business partners, there's a memory jogger. And it's got, I think, it's got about 100 memory jogging items. And you can print that out and you can go through it and you can use that to help work on your list. And it has things on there like who do you know that's dissatisfied with their job, who wants to make more money, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, cousins, who's in retail, who's on your holiday card list, who does your nails, who does your taxes, who cuts your hair, who well, let me see. Yeah, there are 100 on here. I just happen to see. Who has allergies? Who's wealthy? Who's poor? It just all this information. It's just kind of memory jogging. You write down every name. It doesn't matter if you think it's somebody that's would not be interested. That's not for you to decide whether or not they're interested. You have to let them know about the opportunity and give them the opportunity to say that they're not interested. Don't decide. I have signed up some very, very good people who I knew, who've made me a lot of money, who I knew before I even contact them that they wouldn't be available. They wouldn't be interested at all. I just knew that. So, but I contacted them anyway. And you know what? Some of them said yes, and some of those people, that's called your chicken list. You call your chicken list. People you're scared to call. Call them anyway, because all they're going to do is say no. And, that doesn't hurt. You don't get any bruises from that. Just say, well, thank you, and move on and call somebody else. So use the memory jogger to jog your memory. Now, if you don't get your 1,000 names, then you can go into what I have used as my memory jogger over the years. The yellow pages out of the phone books. You start at the A's and you go to Z's and you start looking at in the A's. Who do I know who's an accountant? Who do I know who is in advertising? Who do I know who has automobile repair? Who does plumbing? Who does well, we're in the A's, but everybody in the A's. Who do I know that sells apartments? Who do I know that lives in apartments? Who do I know that used to live in an apartment? Who do I know that is an attorney? Who do I know who ever used an attorney? Who do I know that was ever damaged by an attorney? Just anything. Automobiles, automobile dealers. Who do I know is an automobile dealer? Who sold me my car? Who repairs on automobiles? Who's a good automobile repairer? Who's a terrible automobile repairer? You just go on, jump down now. We're at the C's. Who do I know that works for a cable company? Who do I know that sells carpet? Where did I buy my carpet from? Who do I know who's a chiropractor? I mean, just go on. Like I say, you go on down to the I's, insurance. Who's an insurance salesman? Who's my insurance agent? who does estimates for insurance, and who's on the internet, who do I know that builds web pages. We can go on and on and on. There are thousands and thousands of memory joggers right here just by going to each A to Z and saying, who do I know that's in this category? And after you got about 50 people on your list, you don't have to wait till they're 1,000, because you can go start working these 25 or this 50 and come back to them later and add more people to the list using your memory joggers. So after you got about people on your list, it's time to start calling. And when you talk to somebody that you know, you don't just call up someone that you haven't talked to for 5 years or 10 years or 2 years and just say, hey, Bill, I got a network marketing company I think you ought to join. I mean, you don't do it that way. What you do is you use this proven system. Once again, proven systems. And this system is called FORM, F-O-R-M. F stands for family, O stands for occupation, R stands for recreation, and M stands for money. So you go through the FORM with them. You say, hey, family, F. Hey, Bill, how's how the kids doing? How's your wife doing? And are the kids still playing soccer? Still, football? Just whatever. Learn about the family. What's going on? Oh, occupation. Hey, you still working at such and such? How's that job working out for you? When you're talking to these people, you got to shut up and listen. Listen to what they have to say, because if you listen good enough, they will tell you what you want to hear about why they would need to become a distributor or use your product. So you got to listen. But we're talking occupation, still working that job. How's that working out for you? Now they'll tell you, well, I'm putting in a lot of overtime, don't have much time with the family lately because of all that overtime, and I just can't hardly make the ends meet. They're just not paying me enough money. Whatever. Just listen, make notes while they're talking, and you've got something to come back with them. Is why they're telling you why they need your opportunity. R, recreation. You're still doing a lot of fishing, doing a lot of hunting, still going and watching the ball games, still got tickets to the local football team, and just ask them what about their recreation, and listen. So once again, shut up and listen. They'll tell you why. No, they haven't had the boat in the water yet this year, and just been working too hard and just got too many other things going, what have you. M, F-O-R-M, M is money. Find out, one of my favorite questions when it comes to money is, well, Bill, do you keep your options open to additional streams of income? Well, how can somebody say no? They say, no, I don't want any more money. So, you ask them, do you keep your options open to additional streams of income? Okay, now after you've gone through the form, use the proven 3-step system. This system has worked for me in many different companies, and Janess, there's a lot of millions being made by using this 3-step system. Step 1, show them the 2-minute video. I don't care if you show it to them on your iPhone, or whether you email it to them, text it to them, message it to them, whatever. You've got to get them to watch that 2-minute video. And you finish by, after they've watched it, you say, well, wasn't that exciting? You don't say, what did you think about it, or how did you like it? Don't ask that. That opens up the potential of negative. You say, well, what wasn't that exciting, or what did you like best about it? That's another good question. What did you like best about that 2-minute video? Let them tell you what they like best, so what you can pick up on to use as you go along. Have a little story about how important that 2-minute video was to you. Now, in my situation, my wife and I after 29 years, had retired. And we were living on a 58-acre farm, playing with my tractors and all my other toys, my utility vehicle, etc. And I received the 2-minute video in an email, or it was a text message, I don't know, whatever. I watched it. My wife watched it. We watched it again. We called up our sponsor and we said, you know, we're ready to go. We came out of retirement that day, the day we saw that video. That's one of the most powerful tools I've ever seen in my 29 years. It is the only tool that can take a person from total product ignorance to, I've got to buy this product in less than 2 minutes. Think about it. They don't know anything about the product. They watch the video and they say, you know, I got to have that. And so that is one powerful tool. That is step number one. Get them to watch the 2-minute video. Step two, ask them, would you be open to more information? After they watch the video, find out, are you open to more information? If the answer's no, then we say thank you and go on. But if they say that they're open to more information, send them the 15-minute video or show them the 15-minute video, or text it or whatever, text them a link to it. But set up a time to watch the 20-minute video or 15-minute video and tell them, you know, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. Then step three, and you tell them that because you're setting up an appointment with them, because they have to watch it now because they know you're going to be calling them back in 17 to 20 minutes. So they have to watch it and be ready for you. Now, step three, get your upline on a 3-way call. Don't ask them to get on the call with you. Ask them if they have 5 minutes. If they say they have 5 minutes and they say yes, well, now that's your 5 minutes. You get to do with it whatever you want to do with it. And so if they have 5 minutes, you say, great, hold on. Well, if they say no, they don't have 5 minutes right now, then say, well, okay, when would be a good time to call? When do you think you'd have 5 minutes? And schedule an appointment. Don't just say, well, maybe sometime tomorrow. Or say, okay, you say you're available at 7 o'clock next Thursday. I'll call you at 7 o'clock. I'll put you on my calendar. I promise you I'll be there, because when I make an appointment, I keep it. So we have an appointment now. So you're kind of shaming them into not just be telling you what time, giving you a time, and then they don't answer the phone when they see the caller ID. Now, if they say yes, that they have 5 minutes, then you say, like I say, that's your 5 minutes. When they said yes, they have 5 minutes. You get to do with them what you want, so you say, great, hold on. And put them on hold, and you dial your upline. And you should text your upline, give them a heads up, and make sure they're available. Then you shut up. You let your upline sell them. Don't keep interrupting or bumping in and say, oh, Joe, tell them about so-and-so. No, just shut up and let them do the job. And let your upline answer their questions. The more questions that you answer for your prospect, the more they're going to say, wow, he knows a lot. I don't think I can learn all that. I don't think I could be a distributor. And that's why I say sometimes being ignorant is better when you're first getting started. That's why I say put the kid away and just start calling. And they say ignorance on fire is much better than knowledge at rest. Something like that. Whatever. But if they answer any questions, you say, great, hold on, and you call your upline back. And what you're showing them is that they don't have to know the answer to any questions. All they got to do is know how to dial a telephone. They got to know how to send somebody an email or a text or show them a 2-minute video. And then they got to know how to send them a 15-minute video. Then they got to know how to dial a telephone. If they can do that, they can build a business. And you're proving that to them by following the steps of the system instead of making your own presentation. You're letting your upline do the work and signing them up. After you become an executive, which means you've signed up one on your left and one on your right, and you're qualified to earn commissions. Now, and after maybe you signed up 5 or 6 people, whatever, I don't know, I think I signed up 3 my first day. You just got, everybody knows people. Everybody knows at least 2 people who they could get to join with them in the system. Otherwise, you know, I'm not sure why they're getting in a business when they don't haven't planned for how many customers, or at least an idea of how many customers might be able to get right off the bat. But anyway, should be able to sign up people right away. You don't have to go through all the training and everything else. Now, like I say, the more questions that your upline answers, the more you're showing your potential prospects that they don't have to know anything. And also, while you're on the phone listening, not talking, put it on mute. The minute you introduce your upline, put it on mute and shut up and listen, and you'll hear what kind of questions that they get asked, and you hear how to answer those questions. So it's an educational process for you while you're letting them build a business for you. Now, if you personally don't want to be the job of an upline, in other words, you don't want people that you enroll using you for the 3-way calls for your 3rd-step system, that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind doing 3-way calls for you and your people and your people and your people, because the person 200 levels deep earns me the same number of points as somebody on my 1st level. And points are points, and points are what gives you progressions. And so there's somebody in your upline. If your upline is not available, there's somebody else. Have a few names. There is somebody who wants to get those people in your business for you. They want you to be successful. They want you to advance to your PIN levels because that helps them advance their PIN levels. There are people who want to do the 3-way calls for you, so you don't have to do them if you're not comfortable with them. Now, so, you know, that'll get you started. And in summary, you build your list names, show the 2-minute video, show the 15-minute video, get them on a call with your upline. It's really that simple. And you can finish watching this video, and the best time to get started as soon as this video is over. And some of you may have already stopped the video and are starting their list, and they're calling their friends, and that's just the way it should be. Now, like I said, I can't remember if I said it or not, but after you become an executive, it's time to go back and get that kit out and start reading what's in it and learning from it and learning how to be an upline. So I think that'll cover everything we need to talk about as far as getting started. So, you know, follow the systems, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Y'all come back now, you hear?